Hello and welcome to another episode of Marvel Mad. I'm your host as always, Dwayne the Captain Coffee, and it is the season finale of Agatha All Along, episode 8 and 9. And yes, we've got a lot to talk about. Episode 8, really good. Like, I don't know, the cinematic stuff, the storytelling, really good. As good as episode 7, to be honest. It is that highly regarded sort of thing. And then episode 9, I'm just right, hang on, I gotta take this off because right, what the actual fuck? Where's Wanda? I swear should have been what the fuck? Switch the fucking light up! Fucking...
You gonna calm the fuck down?
Okay.
Things I've got to fucking deal with.
I'll just explain the episode and I'll just go through it. It's okay. It's fine. So, episode 8 starts off with Rio the Deaf coming in, collecting the potions, the protection witch, basically saying that you did your job, you protected somebody, but it's time to go. You fulfilled your destiny, prophecy, sort of thing. I'm not too sure what you're saying that lot. And at this point, Deaf now figures out, like, hang on a minute, you've been like distracting me all this time. I should have been looking at Billy. Billy's the one I should have been looking at because he cheated Deaf. He got a second chance when he weren't supposed to, sort of thing, and it's like it's disturbing the balance of things, and he needs to go basically. And Deaf's like pissed basically, that sort of thing. But she can't just like how people think the Grim Reaper is just goes along done sort of thing. He needs to go up voluntarily. Pardon as well. It's the fireworks going off, so you do hear fireworks in the background. I do apologise. So yeah, he goes up voluntarily, and that's how they sort of make a plan. Like her and Rio and Agatha to make a plan. Like, don't worry, we'll sort it out. We'll get you to him, sort of thing. And after that, they go back for lunch on the potions witch, which is like obviously fine now. Obviously, Billy and Agatha go off now to do the last trial, but they come back and they basically figure out the witch's road is a giant circle, and they come back to where the shoes are, and they're like, what the hell, where's the last trial, what's going off, sort of thing. So they basically, like, Billy's like, oh, screw the road, and he puts the shoes on, sort of thing. And at this point they're all just transported into like these black body bags, and like, oh Christ, what the hell is this? And they're in like this morgue, and they're like, damn, okay, this is the last try then, because like the counter, like in all the other episodes, you've had like a timer on the side or something, and this time it's a giant like lights, and it's like each one by one just slowly going off, which are really cool, to be honest. And again, here you have more revelations that it was actually Agatha that bound Jen, the potions witch, all them years ago, and that she's just literally like pissed, like what the hell, sort of thing. So she does this ceremony where she's unbounded from her, and at this point she's basically got what she wants. She's got her power back, and she's gone. She's out of there, sort of thing. They think she's dead, but she's actually been let go from the road because she's got what she wanted, basically, in that lot. So they're still in this room trying to figure out what to do, and Agatha basically convinces him, like, look, we'll try and get your like brother back the same way that you did, sort of thing. Basically trying to cheat death again for him, and like they're like doing it reminds me of like Tuvok in Star Trek. So I'll do a Vulcan mind meld sort of thing. Really, I thought for a minute as well the room they was in was like something for like X-Men, but it wasn't anyway. But yeah, that's another point entirely. But yeah, though they find this boy that looks like he's drowning, and he's very like torn, like, should I be doing this, should I not be doing this? And it comes to a point where she's like, I'm not killing another child. But just as it looks like the child's like passed in the water as he's drowning, but at the same time the boy gets pulled out, and then Billy gets pulled out of the trance as well. It's like, did he actually do it? Has the Have they transferred his spirit into another child, sort of thing? It looks very much like they could have done, but it leaves you very open-ended and ambiguous, sort of thing. But at this point, obviously now Billy's gone. Which makes me think he did get what he wanted. He's finally passed his brother on to somebody else, and now that they can really go out and try and find him again, which just don't even get me started. You've seen them around to the beginning. I can't. I just can't. Anyway, she's like, Agatha's stuck there now. Time is almost ticking out, and there's a massive crack on this floor, and there's like, well, out of death, there's always life, sort of thing, and they don't know what to do. She don't know what to do. So she gets her son's like pendant thing out, sees his hair, but then there's a seed behind it, sort of thing, like a, I don't know, I can't think what the seed's called, but she's like, well, okay, then I can put it in the ground and hopefully will this plant to life, sort of thing. And she does. It's like a dandelion or some sort of weed pops out, and it's okay, sort of thing. She's saying she's passed the test and she should be free to go and everything like that. And it looked like it was going to stop and she was just going to crumble underneath, but manages to escape, sort of thing. And you sort of figure out now that Rio, death, is the last obstacle, sort of thing. But as she tries to go and fight back to her, she still got no powers, which really like ticks her off, sort of thing. It's like, well, give me what I want. I've done the Witch's Road now. I should have my powers. And Death's like, well, actually, so should I. I want what I want, sort of thing. Either you or the kid. Somebody's got to come with me, that lot. So they sort of like have a tangle, and she realises at this point she's like throwing a load of crap at her. Death by 1,000 Cuts was really cool, and basically just throwing a load of crap at her and saying like, oh, well, you're a coward. And she realises Lily said, the clairvoyant says to Agatha, when she says that, just hit the floor. So obviously she's seeing that in front of her, and she knows like it needs to go down. So she does. Luckily enough, there's a massive thing that could pass, doesn't get killed, sort of thing. But then Death's like finished playing around. Like she just ties this post, ready to like end it all. And then Billy in full Wanda mode, sort of thing, full Maximoff, the regalia and everything, looks so good. He is full on Wiccan now. Looks so good. I cannot wait to see him in more future projects because he looks badass. It really does look good. And he sort of protects her, but then says to Wanda, look, I will willingly give some of my power to you because you need it, basically, and we can help and fight her off together, sort of thing. So he does. It does look at one point when she's really fully powered up. It looks like he's going to kill her, but she's going to kill him. But luckily she doesn't. She just cuts him off, sort of thing. And there's like a really cool sort of fight thing between them both, which really does look, honestly, in this episode, the animation and like effects and everything looks so cool. It really does. Like Rio's death is just, I'm so hoping she's in more stuff because it looks so good. I really cannot wait to see her in more stuff. But then obviously the fighter, and they just admit like there's no way you can defeat Death. It's just it's going to come for us all. So they basically say like, I've got to sacrifice myself, or we've got to just come to our terms, sort of thing. And she's like, oh no, I'll sacrifice myself. And he was like, oh no, I'll sacrifice myself. So he goes, oh, take me. I weren't supposed to do this. I'm the one that's disturbed the balance. And she's got up and she's like, yeah, take him. And he's like, what the hell, you cheeky son of a bitch? And like, she's really pissed, thinking he's tricked her again. And as like Agatha's walking off, like, oh yeah, I've got away with it now. I'm all good now. He sort of telepathically talks to her, like, right, is this how your son died then? Is this what happened with him? Like, you've just sacrificed him just so you can carry on living. And that sort of makes her realise that I shouldn't really go out like this, sort of thing. So she sacrifices herself, kisses Death, and the effects, like seeing all her like life essence just draining from her mouth, so good. And that really is. And she's gone. Death has took her prize, and tells like Billy, right, you can go now. I'm done, sort of thing. I'm complete. Even though it hurt her to do it, she got what I wanted, basically. So then Billy goes back to his like family, and like saying where he is. And this has only been, all this from episode 1 to now is done in like a day and a bit or something like that. It says 24 hours or something. And as he gets back, he starts to realise that there's like Wizard of Oz stuff. There's Lily's mum. No, not Lily's mum. Is it Lily's mum? The Protection Witch's mum on the poster. There's circles. He finds a Ouija board, and you basically realise that he's that powerful. He's basically done exactly what Wanda did, and he created the Witch's Road, like Wanda created Westview, and all the kids and everything like that. He is that powerful. Even at a young age, he's created something so like damn sort of thing. And then it sort of twigs up and then all you leave with that episode is a massive like boo, and we'll get to that sort of thing. Now, episode 9, I really don't get the point. I get the point of the episode, but I can't explain it. It is a good episode, but the placement of it and everything, it just, I can't explain it. I love the episode. Jesus wept. I love the episode on its own, but in the context of things, I really don't think this should have been the last episode. Not at all. It makes no sense to me in the whatsoever to be the last episode. Because basically, I can basically sum this episode up. It goes back in time to like 1700s or whatever it was. Basically, her son was supposed to die in childbirth. She asks Death, she's in love with Death, to give her more time. Death doesn't say how long time she will get, so she basically uses this as a way to kill other witches, give her them bodies, like she said during the season anyway. You keep getting the bodies and she'll keep collecting. And it's like, it's so just, she carries on doing it. And then the one time, because they come up with the Witch's Road, basically like a ballad to lower witches into thinking there was a place where they can get more power, but it wasn't. It was just her tricking them to give her the powers. And then the one time they don't do it, Death comes along and kills her son, basically, a lot. And she's devastated, obviously, buries her son. But she's still, like, full of anger. And then another witch comes along, oh, you have heard you do the ballad, and you know where the Witch's Road is, sort of thing. So she kills her, and then basically throughout all the ages and eons and stuff like that, different groups, different time periods, they all go to Agatha. Agatha gets them all, kills them all, drains of the power, she gets stronger, yada 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 sort of thing, until it comes up to modern day, where they've got the coven that she's got now in a basement, and then all of a sudden this time there's actually a Witch's Road sort of thing, and then Billy comes charging downstairs and we need to go, Salem 7's on the way. That was sort of the point, even so early on in the series, even though you didn't know it back then, but that's the point where she sort of twigs, son of a bitch, it's Billy, it's Wanda's kid, because he's that powerful. He's actually created a Witch's Road this time, which is clever in an essence of having it like created like that, and her realising then, and then just all the way throughout the episodes that you didn't know, she's just playing along and just going, well, no, I've never been to the Witch's Road because it's a load of bull, and now you've made it into fruition sort of thing. And comes all the way back up to when you hear the boo, you realise now Agatha's a ghost, and it's like look, I took a calculated risk to sacrifice myself. Now you're here to prove it and help me out, sort of thing. And then he sort of realises that, oh shit, he was the one that actually killed. He was the one that killed the Protection Witch. He was the one that killed the Clairvoyant. He was the one that killed Mrs. Hart/Sharon, and that makes him feel even more guilty because he's like, oh crap, I've used my mind power to kill all these people and kill the Salem 7 as well, which he didn't realise he was that powerful to do. And he was like, Jesus wept, I can't handle this, I can't believe I've done this sort of thing. So he goes down to the basement, uses her pendant thing to create a pentagram and basically try and banish her away, because it sort of feels like it's her fault. She was the one that should have gone, and just, yeah, all that. It's just, oh. But luckily enough, she sort of starts getting used to her ghostly sort of powers and manages to stop him and like keep her there on the material plane still, because she's not ready yet to say, like, to leave there and like confront her son about it all, sort of thing. And then he basically says, well, you're pretty good at this, Ghost, you could be my like guide to go and find Tommy, basically. And that basically leads on to now when they do another series, it'll be a series about Billy trying to find Tommy with Agatha. Now, like on its own, episode wise, episode 8's really good, similar sort of like really goodness to episode 7. This episode on its own is really good. It is really, really good. It explains how the Witch's Road come to be, and how the story of the ballad and everything like that, and how what really happened to her son, that she didn't really get the dark hold or anything like that, because that was all a load of bull. It was just basically she wanted to protect her son, which every parent, I'd want to do that with Rocket Raccoon Eleanor. Every parent would want to protect the kid. It's just, why have it as the last episode? That's what really great. Where is Wanda? I said it in my rant, I say it now. Wanda Maximoff should have been in this. She should have been the last thing at this end, or come through some portal or something. Even she does not know if Wanda's alive or not. That's what just... Oh! That's just so frustrating. This one's so good. It got me really up into it. And for it just to end like this, I don't know, I'm really speechless. I'm really torn. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. It's just... yeah. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us on another recap review on Marvel Mad and this series of Agatha All Along. If I was going to give it a rating, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. This ending, I really don't know. 7 out of 10. Just 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10. It's just, yeah, I can't get my head around it now. Really can't. Really needed Wanda. Really did at this end. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us on another episode of Marvel Mad. Hope you've enjoyed Spooky Week. Having an episode every single day of Halloween games that I love, as well as just the normal Marvel stuff as well during in the middle of it all, and this to finish off the week. I'd like to say thank you very much for joining us. Like, share, subscribe, do all that jazz, as well as join the Discord group on Project Assemble. It'll be down in the comments below and that lot. But yeah, I'd like to say thank you very much, and we'll see you all next time on another episode of Marvel Mad. Thank you very much, and goodbye, guys.